Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. So glad Megan Kerr is here. She is a member of the Long Beach School Board, Vice President. Actually, we're in Long Beach today. I want to speak with you about one of the schools in your district, Barton Elementary. Tell us a bit about Barton and the students at Barton.
So Barton Elementary is a STEM academy, one of our first elementary STEM academies that serves mostly the students who live in the Carmelitos Housing Project, which is just down the road.
And I want to hear about that housing project because I understand it does have a distinction, which includes being the largest affordable housing project in the county.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
Now, God bless affordable housing projects, and that it's large is great, but that does say something about our friends who live there. Which is?
That they have a higher need than some of the other students across the district.
Oh, yeah.
So we really want to work hard to make sure they have the absolute best start, which is why we are partnering with the LA Chamber and the Educare Learning Network to build the first Southern California Educare Learning Center.
And let's talk about Educare, because my gut tells me that their nationwide statistics are going to mirror what we see at Barton. And that is that 90% of the folks that participate in Educare, which we'll tell you about in a second, low income, about a third English language learners. Mm-hmm. And so is that essentially what we see at Barton as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell us about Educare, because sure, it seems like a phenomenal program, one that helps students, I guess even from birth to 5? I mean, you get them pretty early.
Correct. So we'll have babies as young as probably 6 or 8 weeks who join the program, all the way up until 5 years old.
And what is the program? I know they're looking at achievement gap, but give us more specifics.
Educare is a full day, full year, comprehensive child development program that not only will serve the students there, but will serve their families and the parents as well. So there will be a parent resource center. There's a full-time parent coordinator who will work with the families on things that they might need, like job development, job training skills. All of those will be incorporated into the work that we do at Educare, because we know that to have a successful child, we need to nurture the family as well.
This is groundbreaking, and it truly life-changing. I mean, it sounds like full year, families included, full day.
Correct.
I mean, how did this happen?
So
How'd you get so lucky?
Well, it's a long story, actually. So
I'd like
the
to hear,
Educare Network is approximately 12 years old, and they started out of the Buffett Early Learning program in Omaha. In Omaha.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Correct.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So Susie Buffett.
Oh, the Buffett family.
The Buffett family.
Yes.
So there is one Educare in Northern California, but they had been looking to come to Southern California for about 8 or 9 years, actually. And the LA Chamber and Unite LA were working with them to find space in LA, and it wasn't working in that capacity and in that time frame. So they gave our superintendent a call, who is always a very forward-thinking
Chris
innovator.
Steinhauser.
Correct.
Phenomenal man.
Said, would you be interested in having an Educare program in Long Beach? And we said, yes, absolutely. That was about 4 years ago, and we have about a third of the buildings are already built.
Right, so do explain that, because like you said, this is a standalone separate program, and so you need to build, because as I understand it, 200 students a year. You're not going to be able to do that in the facilities that exist.
Correct. So the idea of an Educare Center is to be very thoughtful and purposeful in a building. So we will build the building that will house the most innovative early childhood program.
I see.
So that is low teacher to student ratios, highly trained and mentored teachers who receive continuous mentoring, as well as high-level degreed staff.
And so how does one participate in the program? I presume requirements are similar to Head Start, but be more specific. How will it work?
They actually, it will mirror a Head Start and a state preschool, so a state child development program. So if you qualify for early Head Start or subsidized child care at the state level, those are the students and families that we will be serving.
This is starting in the fall, I believe.
Our 4-year-olds, 3 and 4-year-olds will start in the existing bungalows at Barton, and then in fall of 18, we will have our palace to early childhood built, and that is when we'll bring in our full program with the babies.
Huge congratulations. I'm sure that you're absolutely ecstatic that this is going to be coming to Long Beach. I want to talk about kids on the other end of the spectrum. We recently had a graduation at Jordan High School.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about Jordan for our viewers who may not be familiar with that institution.
So Jordan this is Jordan's 87th graduating class.
I think, did some of our camera people go to Jordan? I know we have, we have some Long Beach camera people here. I know that it's a very well-known high school in the region.
It is, and it's located in North Long Beach at the closest end to bordering Paramount and Compton.
Okay, I have a sense of where it is.
Right. And so we had a wonderful graduation ceremony.
But before we talk about graduation, give us a better sense of who the students are, because it really is quite well known in the region. And so I want to really get a flavor for it.
So Jordan is all of our high schools are very diverse.
Right.
Jordan is as well. Majority of our students are Latino, a large African American population
Right.
as well, serving the working class neighborhoods surrounding the
Sure.
North Long Beach area.
And as I understand it, also the sports programs are quite strong. Is that right?
They are, and getting better.
And I've known that they've been very strong. Okay, so diverse student body. Recently there was a graduation, like you said.
Yes.
Tell us about the graduation, and then we'll talk about how the graduates are being celebrated.
Absolutely. We have large graduations, so over 700 students at Veterans Stadium.
Oh, wow.
It takes a couple of hours to read all of those names.
It's worth it.
Several students, I think we have 12 going to UCLA. So we have several high achieving scholars coming out. I think we have 12 valedictorians who have above a 4.0 over the last 4 years.
Now let's talk about those college-bound students, because you, in conjunction with, I think, the council member in the area,
Yes, Vice Mayor Richardson.
are working to celebrate the college-bound students in a very visual way.
Yes, so
Extremely visual.
very visual. So as part of our North Long Beach Education Fund that we started a few years ago, working in conjunction, one of the ways that we wanted to recognize our scholars in North Long Beach was to celebrate them visually. And so we came up with the idea of sign banners on all of the light posts that are on the major intersections. So along Atlantic Avenue and Artesia Boulevard in North Long Beach, you will drive by and you will see Jordan Panther banners individualized for our students who are headed to four-year universities this year or to the military.
So I've seen them in terms of the military, where you'll go into. I remember seeing Glendora celebrate Lieutenant blah 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 who's living or serving in Iraq or Afghanistan. But this is celebrating the college grads who are going to or the high school grads going to college or the military.
Correct. And so we really want to create a college-going culture in North Long Beach, which hasn't been typical. Really, working class families who haven't always seen themselves going to college. So we wanted everyone in North Long Beach, as they drive those major arteries, to see that we are a college-bound community.
Do you know how many this year are going to be honored with those banners? Because I remember last year I saw, I think it was 141. I don't know if we know.
We're probably right around that same,
Okay.
200 probably or so.
So 200 out of 700, respectable, but compared to some institutions, probably on the lower side. Is that fair to say?
It is.
So talk to me about how you and the board and the foundation and the whole community are looking to try to bring those numbers up.
Well, these are kids who are going to four-year universities.
Right.
So we also have a significant number of students who will be going to Long Beach City College through the Long Beach College
Which is
Promise.
wonderful.
With a free year of tuition. And also Cerritos Community College
Right.
and El Camino Compton.
And what we need to remember about, I'll talk about Long Beach City specifically, is they have, like you said, the Long Beach Promise, where so many of those students transfer seamlessly to CSULB.
Right.
So, you know,
Or a UC of their choice after
or
2 years.
UC. So maybe we should put a banner up for them when they get the transfer.
Exactly.
I joke. But so it's not as if the other 500 may not be
Correct.
college bound. And I do want to say, when we've talked about this, college may not be for everyone, and that's okay.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. And I just want to thank you so much for joining us. I congratulate you on both ends of the educational spectrum. There's no doubt that Long Beach is looking to really bring up all of its students.
Absolutely.
And her name
Pleasure to
is
be here.
Megan Kerr. She is the Vice President of the Long Beach Unified School Board. My name is Brad Pomerance. And Long Beach today, you're watching us on Local Edition.